Here a couple weeks ago, I agreed to try out this little smart ring made by MUNBYN in exchange for this review. I was originally going to be running the testing myself, however the size 10 ring was still just a hair too small for my finger, so my wife was gracious enough to try this out for me. We've got some pretty good data on this, we kind of got a feel for how this thing actually operates. Neither of us have actually had a smart ring in the past, but we've always had Apple Watches that we track a lot of our data and metrics with. So that being said, I want to go ahead and dive into some of the features and what we've kind of felt about this ring after about 2 weeks of testing this. This ring comes in sizes 7 up to 10. This is going to fit most women's fingers. Unless you've got really small fingers, this really is going to be a ring that's catered more for women than men. However, if it does fit your finger, you can wear this whether you're a male or a female. This ring also only comes in the one color. This is a rose gold color. To me, it kind of takes on a little bit more of a gold finish than it does the rose, but nonetheless, it's a really good looking ring, and so far, after the last couple of weeks, the finish has held up really great on it. Now, when you first get this thing out of the box and get it charged, first off, the little charger you get, it's going to look like this, and what's kind of cool about that is it kind of magnetically sticks to that. Within about an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes, this ring will be back fully charged if it's completely dead. They do advertise a 5-day battery life on this. So far, we've been able to get somewhere around 4 to 4.5 days out of this and for the battery life before the ring needs recharged again, and that's us running it pretty much completely dead before we recharge it. But essentially what you're going to do is get this little manual out of the box, get the ring charged up, get the Bluetooth on your phone turned on, you'll download the app, get registered, and once you do so, let's go ahead and log into this app now. We'll take a look at that because that's where a lot of this data is going to come into play. And I think that's going to be most helpful for you on this video. Now when you first get logged into this app, what you're going to see for this ring is you're going to have your settings here, and you'll be able to go in and set up like whether you want call reminders, you can get your clock set up, any kind of notifications you want the ring to help you with, and then you'll see there's a Smart Touch application. So on the ring here, on the outside of the ring, you're going to see that little black section right there, and that's a smart sensor right there. And you can actually operate like music and pause and play music from that little smart sensor. You can also use this as like a remote for your phone. So if you've got your phone set up and you want to take a picture, you can hit that button on the side of the ring and it'll snap a picture for you. I thought that was kind of cool. And then there's also some other things on here too, where you can take short videos, slides, and you can set it up for SOS. So you can kind of go through that and play with that a little bit and see what you think. Now, the one thing we did find a little bit on the frustrating side, especially with the music when we turned it on, and this does go to sleep after I think 30 minutes or so, where that Smart Touch thing doesn't work right away. However, if you touch that by accident, we've noticed where the phone will start playing music. Usually it's my wife's Pandora because that's what she's got pulled up and using most of the time. So she's pretty much opted to turn that Smart Touch application off for the most part. Let's go through some of this data on here. And you'll notice that this thing tracks a ton of different metrics. So you can see where it's tracking the status, and it's going to give you basically like everything from your daily mood, your heart rate, your blood oxygen level, your temperature, as well as for women, you can track menstrual cycles. And that's something my wife's had the opportunity to actually try out here over the last couple weeks. And so far, from what we can tell, that's actually pretty accurate. It's plus or minus a day or so from her other app that she uses to track that with as well. But you can see, I mean, honestly, like checking temperature and some of the things like that, that's not something that our smartwatches do. So it's actually got a few more data metrics that we can track on this little ring versus having the smartwatch. And then if we go into the sleep app, that was kind of cool. We've been able to track that for the last couple of weeks in her sleep patterns, and it lines up pretty good with the sleep tracker app that she uses on her watch as well. So I would say they're actually pretty close. So it lines up really well with what Apple's metrics are measuring for us on our watches. But you can see where it's measuring the deep sleep, light sleep, her REM sleep, and just how long she's actually stayed in sleep overnight. If we go into reminders, that's something else that's kind of cool. Now you can set alarms on this thing and the ring will actually vibrate for you. I would say, unless you're a super light sleeper, setting a wake up alarm for yourself in the morning, for her, it wasn't working. It would vibrate, but it wasn't waking her up. However, she's found that reminder to be really handy when it comes to like getting off work, taking her lunch breaks, going to pick up kids, the things that she like needs gentle reminders for. The alarm and reminder setups, would be really nice if you could actually turn that off from the smart sensor itself. However, you can't. You have to turn that app reminder off from the app itself. That is one little pain or pinch point that I noticed as well. But nonetheless, it's still super cool to have that on there, especially if you don't have a smartwatch and you're just wanting to use something that's a little less intrusive. Having this little ring on your finger versus having a watch on your wrist, you may have a preference as to what's more handy for you. The fitness tracker, we've also noticed, is really lines up pretty decent with the Apple Watch as well. For instance, today's activity, she's right at the 1,677 steps for the day. So she's not been real active today. We haven't had a lot going on, but she's within like 300 steps on her Apple Watch from what the ring is telling her. Now, on the day where she's got a lot more steps in, if she's up around 10,000 steps, we have seen as high as like 500 to 1,000 steps difference between her Apple Watch and the app that we're using right here. I don't know which one's more accurate, to be honest, but we did see that little bit of a degree of difference between the ring and the watch. You can also use this thing to track exercise, and it's got holistic assessments on here as well. So there's a lot of things that you can play with, and we're still kind of learning the app because there is so much to dive into here and see. You can really set this ring up for you and get an idea of how this thing's going to work for you. And then as you learn the app, it can really do a lot for you in helping you like manage stress levels. I noticed something else that was kind of cool too on the stress level. My wife's a pretty calm person for the most part. So for her and the ring, she was like, I never really measured my stress level. However, when I put this thing on my pinky for just an hour and was messing with this thing, it instantly shot the stress level through the roof. I'm a pretty high-strung person, so that really, honestly, I wasn't too surprised by that. So that kind of told me there that there's the difference in our moods and who wears this ring. That little mood assessment is actually kind of cool. So if you're someone that kind of deals with a higher level of stress like I am, this little ring might help you kind of be a little bit more aware of that. But other than that, I think this is a pretty cool little ring. There's a ton of data that you can get from this little thing. I think the longer you wear it, the more in tune you're going to become with this. And once you kind of get the hang of the app and kind of have some data to track, you can really track the ups and downs between the different metrics going forward and get an idea of where your personal health's at. Other than that, I think that's all I've got for you in this video. I hope that was somewhat helpful for you in making a decision as to whether this ring might be right fit for you or not. Appreciate you watching. We'll catch you guys on the next one.